we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Toronto Mounties and the London Bulldogs.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. A handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. All the way down to the 24-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 52 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all. And when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed. That's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing, timing, timing.
On first down, Carson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Bulldogs 7, Monty's nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Watson going deep for Diggs. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And all the way in for the touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. On third down, it's Prescott. Before being taken down at midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. To the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 25 yards on the play there, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. These two teams all tied after one. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Jacobs, the ball.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On second down now, it's Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Down behind the line.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. They'll run with Jacobs, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bulldogs 14, Mounties 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Steps away. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Watson, off play action, going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. This is Carson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
They run it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a first down throw, Watson. Now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's a throw. It's complete. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Jacobs now. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Jump.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Going with a big fullback, Wow. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Third down. And
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half.
on field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by pass is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Made at the 25-yard line. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
For the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
1 yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're running right through it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 22, Watson on the move to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Faking the give. Now Watson. That's caught. Touchdown. John Ross there to make the grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
He'll let this go deep for...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown.
Henry runs.
75 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Daniel Carlson on for the point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
First down, it's Watson.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. After the run, Watson going to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Mounties 25. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 29, Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
On play action, Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, Stuckey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Right back to him on 1st down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Josh Jackson on the tackle. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They run again with Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They run for it with Carson, and he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. On 2nd down, Stuckey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Brashad Perriman off to the races. Touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 72 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Bulldogs 41.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize.
apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 44, Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Mounties.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Elliott. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Watson on 3rd down. And he will take it in for the touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And it's up and good.
Bulldogs 41. Mounties 38. Tyler Bass set to kick.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
It's a gain of 8.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now again, right side. Stuckey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll give them the first down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 46 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Carlson now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bulldogs 48. Mounties
following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bulldogs 48, Mounties 45.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Watson now to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
And it's third down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Rashad Perriman. Incomplete. It's fourth down.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll run on first down. Logan. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott now from the 50. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And a disappointing way to close out the season. Got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
So long, everybody.